Timo, just what do you sort of make about the way you guys played tonight? I mean, it looked like, one of the best efforts you guys have had, particularly defensively as well in that second period.
Yeah, solid. It starts with kind of reacting. I thought we had a little bit of a slow start, but we reacted quick. We got a important goal early, and then some key saves by Jaker. He played unbelievable, and that's just kind of what we need. And then the power play comes out and does their job. Well executed goal there, and then we were in full control of the game, and we just overall over the whole game we thought we did a good job, even though sometimes they had us hemmed in our zone and we didn't crack and played. Stayed solid, and that's what got us the win today. And
in that third period, it really looked like you guys were, making all the right decisions, short shifts. Kind of, was that sort of the mentality there, knowing what you had?
Definitely. At this, at the end of the road trip, being up 2-0 going into the third period, that's where we want to be. So we got to manage it the right way. We did a very mature job tonight managing that, and everybody chipped in, like I said, from goaltending all the way to all forward line, the pairs. So that's what we need to be successful.
Take me through that goal and that assist there from Meier.
Yeah, that was a really nice flip by him. I just kind of made sure I was catching the puck first, and we had a great look before where I was not too happy I didn't score that one. So just solid play by him defensively. That's where it starts, in the D zone, going out to his D, stealing the puck, and then making a great flip to me there.
And for this group, it's a big difference to go back home 1-2 versus 2-1. I mean, how successful do you sort of rate this road trip, particularly with the way you guys played as well?
Yeah, it's the flight definitely feels better when you have 2 wins under your belt. And after that game in Calgary, where the game was there for us the whole time, but then we cracked, so we did a much better job today, and that's what it's about. They grow as a team, learn from our mistakes, and move on.
Just going back to Jake, just with a performance like that, what does it do to the rest of the team when your goalie is diving around making the saves that he's making?
Yeah, it's crucial for us who obviously love playing in front of him, but it wins us the game with the saves that he made at the times. It's huge for us to keep us in the game, and hats off to him the way he performed tonight.
Your impressions about the way you guys played? I mean, it looked like there was a ton of patience, a ton of composure throughout this entire game, and if there was a little bend, there was no break, which is a big difference here.
Yeah, even if we did break, we had Jakey in the back end there. He was kicking pretty good tonight. I think the Western trip we had here was good for us overall. I mean, we had a really good appearance in Vancouver. Even, we didn't have our legs, in Calgary, but we still limited their chances to very minimal. And, the result wasn't our way. But, like you said, tonight we were patient. We were able to get one in the first, get one in the second. And then, it was a great play by Merce there and Timo to finish off.
What did you think of the third period, just the way you guys stayed so patient in that game? And, it was one of those things where it just looked like everybody sort of short shifts, just do what you need to do and get on the ice kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how you grow as a team, right? That's how you mature. That's, you get put in those positions. We've been in a couple of those now, and we've been able to be successful, but there's different ways, to skin a cat, really. Like they dumped a lot of pucks in. We were able to get them out and get them north, and it felt good to see the boys kind of hone in on that, and it was good overall.
Sorry if you answered this, but just a thought on Jake and his performance. So what does that do to the rest of the team when your goalie is standing on his head like he did tonight?
He's been working hard, and it's good to see him smile. He's a funny guy, and we really wanted to pull for him there at the end, and we're selling out, blocking shots when we needed to, and if we'd been, like I said a little bit earlier, we didn't break all the way, and that was a big reason because of Jakey.
Thanks. Jake, just your overall thoughts on the game and the way guys played in front of you, and just how big this was for this road trip to end like this.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. To end up 2 out of 3 on this trip. It's been a long trip for everyone involved, and we're ready to head home, and be able to head home on a happy flight is important for us.
What did you like about, your game in particular? It looked like you were just waiting for the game to come to you, and they fired a lot at you.
Yeah, I said out there earlier, I said I tried to take a little bit of a page out of Markey's last 2 games. I felt he played a lot more calm than previous games, and he looked great in his last 2 games. And I try to take a page out of that book, and they got a good team over there. And they got a team that can make a lot of plays. When you have that, you got to be a bit more patient, a little bit more deep, and we found a way to get it done.
Did you feel good early? Because it looked like do you know right away when you're on your game? You feel good early.
I felt like I think it's been 10 or 11 days since my last game, and I feel like I've for me, those practices are almost like my games. So I feel like my last week has been really good, and I knew they're going to come out strong. Sometimes when you play a back-to-back, you have your game legs right away, and then they usually fade. But a lot of times, especially against a team like that, I think the last 2 games for them, they scored right in the first shift, and we knew that. We knew they were going to come hard, so it's our job to be ready.
Thanks, Jake.
Joining us now is head coach Sheldon Keefe. And Sheldon, we just talked to Jake Allen, and I think he said it perfectly. The defense wasn't necessarily pretty, but it was definitely effective, picking up your second shutout in 3 games. Just talk about how crucial the defense was in picking up this win.
Well, I mean, listen, we win on the backs of incredible goaltending. Jake gives us a chance to get going in the game. So that, the credit goes to him, certainly. But, I thought we had a bit of a bend, don't break type of mentality throughout. Thought the third period was our best period in terms of defending less and not much happening around our net, and then pressing and extending our lead. So that's a good effort from our guys here all throughout the trip. You talked about the 2 shutouts, but I mean we're 5 minutes away from getting one in Calgary as well. So there's things we have to do a lot better, no question. But we're learning how to win these types of games, and we're learning how to defend away from our net.
Yeah, I was saying, Sheldon, despite all the saves that Jake Allen made, defensively around him and in your own zone, where you guys played desperate hockey, I felt really supported each other.
Yeah, listen, we defended too much tonight. Mm-hmm. We're overwhelmed at times by the Oilers, but like I said, it's on the backs of great goaltending, but also guys clearing out second chances, blocking shots, chipping pucks out under extreme pressure. So that's really good, and then because of the shutout and the effort from Jake, you might lose sight of the fact a little bit that we score a huge power play goal in the second period. We get a chance and sort of textbook entry, set up and shoot in the net. Penalty kill comes through in the third period. We score and extend our lead in the third. Like there's things inside this game here today that are things that good teams do.
We'll open it up to the rest of the media.
When you talk about that, it's that third period kind of an amalgamation of, short shifts, concentration, all those things that we've talked about that maybe at times had been lacking.
Well, yeah, we want to be able to win these games. We want to be in positions where we're in control of the game in the third period, and you need to get the job done. But you don't want to do it on your heels. I thought in the first 10 minutes of the third period we pushed, and I thought really we had the better chances in the third period. We're playing a team on the back to back here, and we didn't want to make it easy on them. And I thought the guys did a tremendous job of that. Got on our heels a bit there at the back half of the period, but it's more so now you're just sort of counting down the seconds and wanting to end the road trip. But just a lot of really good things throughout the trip. We're 5 minutes away in Calgary from getting points out of that game too. So that's disappointing. We left those points on the table, but there's good things happening here that we certainly will take home with us.
That first period, is it just a matter of you guys had a few days off, just trying to find those skating legs again? Is that what you saw in that first period when they kind of came at you?
Well, I thought they came at us in the start of the period. Took us a few shifts, I thought, to get going. I thought both teams could have had, a bunch in the first period. So I thought we missed. Jesper Bratt had two wide open nets that he could have put in. There was good things in our first, but it certainly did take us a few shifts to get going. I thought the second period was probably the one where we were overwhelmed the most. But again, we sort of bend, don't break, and a little bit of good fortune on our side, and then we get our power play and we make good on it. That's what you need to be able to do in games like this.